coach program, and I just wanted to go with you a little bit of maintenance to start off today. I have a ball that's actually quite soft. It's a weighted ball, but any ball will do. A softball, a tennis ball. Actually, the softer, in some cases, the better, as opposed to super hard. And what I do is I just use the ball as a massage tool, if you will, to go through areas that might be a little tight or knotted up. So over time, as we get older, one of the trigger areas is your lower leg. And this is something that I do on a regular basis. You could do this for shoulders up against the wall. You can do this in different parts. We'll cover, so we can talk more about maintenance for other areas, but this is just finding some spots that might be a little bit of tightness, and just using the ball to go over those areas. There's a spot right there, to just keep them in their full, properly functioning position. So after lots of standing, you may feel a certain tightness in and around your feet and lower legs. You can certainly do this under your feet with your socks on and roll over a ball. That's another trigger point, and it's a form of self-massage. And oh, there's a spot. I got a couple spots I need to work on. One of the ways you can make this a little bit harder is using a step or something elevated. Gives you a little bit of a different angle, a little bit more pressure, and you can start to play with that to be able to smooth out those bumpy, knotted areas, which your legs and you'll feel way, way better after doing that. Okay, we start our warm-up. Just go into some isometric iso holds, and we're going to use our timer for 15 to 30 seconds, and we're going to get into a rear lunge. Nice forward, not forward leaning, looking straight ahead, tight in here, and this will just put the leg under a little bit of tension, make you work a little bit. My back toes, I'll show you in a second in the next position, are in a proper position, and I'm just elevating my heart rate, loosening up by putting a little tension in the body. And you don't need to do a lot of movement, as you can see, to get warmed up. And just like that, I'm 30 seconds. I go to the other side. And if you look on the other side, you'll see how well, now I can't see my time. There we go. I just put that down in front. Again, looking straight ahead. I'm not resting on the ground, but if you do feel super tired, you can take a little break and then come back up, meaning your legs are getting fatigued. I'm almost right about the 30-second mark. About 5 seconds left here. And it really doesn't take much to feel it, get going, warm up a little bit. The next move I'm going to do works on a little bit of balance. It's what I call my airplane. You can do this in your bare feet. That makes it a little easier. But it's basically taking your leg. I'm a big believer, as we did last time, in balance. And I'm just holding that here. I can do airplane. Try to keep that balance. Take some focus. There's my 30 seconds. Do the same thing on the other side. And really, the key is the hips back, finding that balance point. You can leave your legs up, you can leave it down, whatever's the most comfortable. Arms can go out. Just for 30 seconds, I'm down to my last 5. And again, it's not complicated, but it's certainly not easy. Next one I'll go into is my deep squat. Same idea. And what this does is as you can tell by my breathing, is it elevates my heart rate a little bit. But it doesn't put a lot of strain on my joints. It works on mobility, it works on strength. Again, obviously you can do this anywhere. I'm just using the 20 to 30 second hold. You can go longer, but again, this is just a warm up. Next thing I'll do is a plank. Just mixing it up a little bit. Got those core muscles in. You could do a push-up hold if you want. There's a few others you can do. These are some of the basics. Just a few seconds left. All right. Other simple things you can do from around the house is, often in a facility you'll set up with a ladder. What we've set up is 2 bands or 2 strings. We don't move much as we get older. We certainly don't do any kind of movement like we were younger. So it's just a basic, and I would start slow and then get into a quicker pattern. We have the athletes do this a lot. We can do different foot patterns. You can do very simple movements. They don't obviously have to be perfect. You can do a little hopscotch, alternating feet. It may seem really simple, but we don't do that anymore. We need to keep our body moving, and some of this stuff really gets the heart rate going. So there's 3 different options once you get into that a little bit. So I've done my holds as a warm-up. I've started with some agility work. Now I get into some little bit of strength work, and this is where using a step, so it could be your staircase, such as this, or if you don't have access, you can use some books. But a staircase works real well to just work on that upper body strength. I'm in the push-up plank position. I can go across. You could do this for time. Again, you set for 20 or 30 seconds. Try to keep your body and your shoulders over. You can do the box format. There's a great example of shoulder mobility, shoulder strength, small little steps. Some ladder work, some shoulder and some box work. You can do a couple rounds of those. I did some warm-up with my iso holds. 2 quick things I'll show you to finish up. One is what I call, and I do this at the end, are mountain squats, which means I'm starting at the top of the mountain and I'm going down, then I'm coming back up to the top of the mountain. I start with 3 reps. I could go with 5. 5's a bit tough to start your first time, but 3, and we just do simple squats. After 3, we hold for 3, 2, 1. Then we go down 2 reps and hold for 3, 2, 1. Then 1 rep, 3, 2, run. Now back up the ladder, 1 rep, 3, 2, 1. 2 reps, 3, 3, 2, 1. 3 reps, 3, 2, 1. Legs should feel that one. Okay, so we've got our mountain squats. We've got to work on our step. We've got our agility ladder. Go through that again. Last thing I'll show you, sometimes you get one of those bags of salt. You get one of those water bottle containers half full, whatever you're able to accommodate. Basically, you pick something up that's got some weight to it, and you take it for a walk. The idea is keep your body tight core, your arm a little bit further away, not slouching. And when you pick up, always do your hip hinge. So your hips go back, I can pick up, so I'm not straining my back. Take something heavy for a walk, you'll see heart rate gets going. Step work, ladder work, iso hold.